Dirk Nowitzki has a workout routine that's impossible to emulate. The fun part is that many incoming rookies attempt to join him when they first join the team. But after a month or two, Dirk is alone once again. You can only pretend to be great for so long. The great ones just do it naturally. Take the most amazingly talented team of 12 players in the country right now. If they replace the worst player on their roster with you, and you would be inspired to work harder than you are now because of the opportunity, then the fact you aren't working that hard now is one of the reasons you can't make that team in the first place. Our energy and passion is a well full of unreturnable gold of unknown depth. If this were life, we do best to spend wisely, just in case the depths were shallow. But it's a game, so dig deep and spend every piece just in case the depths are infinite. The regret of burning out early pales in comparison to having a lot left in the tank in the end.
Whoa! What's up? What up? What's up? If you're wondering why I waited to show up and you saw live on there and you're like thinking, is John late? No, I just have to come into like a musical intro. I can't come into no words, man. Yeah, that's not how I do, dude. All right, and I kind of forgot I was gonna fake that I lost my voice today since I was screaming. I was gonna be like, hey, no, I literally almost lost my voice while I was eating like Doritos talking to the kids today. That was amazing. I couldn't come up with words. I think that was because I didn't have anything to drink while I was eating chips, and I was also trying to coach because we coached through lunchtime today, and that happens. All right, but yes, what's up, Gavin Wett? What up, Connor Rush? We have an interesting show for you today. As I was piecing it together, I was like, this is kind of a fun show. It's kind of cool. All right, and man, I love piecing the show together much more than I love doing the show, but I do like seeing the pieces come together. So one day I'm going to get someone to do this darn show, and I'm going to be behind the scene, like over here somewhere, and you won't see me, and I'll just be like typing away. That was typing, and you will see like an awesome show, and it'll be by someone better than I am. And that's how it's going to be. But one day, but not today. All right, today we got Kieran and Declan Louth in the audience as well. What's up, guys? Let's start out with, again, a very interesting show coming up, especially I'm excited for the trivia question. Seriously, I'm not normally excited for the trivia question, but this one is so interesting. I was like enthralled. I was like, oh, this happened? This happened? There are some things that I don't know. And watching, well, I'll talk about that in a second. So let's go with the Dave Hopper shooting clinic. All right, that went fabulously well. It was cool to see the guy. He has definitely slowed down. Like, I don't know what you guys saw, but I was like, oh, Dave's getting kind of old. Like, not in his looks, like he looks kind of the same. But, and what he was like doing, I was like, oh. Like, yeah, he missed a few shots. Like, anyone saw him like warming up, saw him miss like at least like 4, right? But like, you know, during the actual thing, you probably saw him miss 8. How many shots do you think he missed? 10? Something like that? Maybe a little bit higher than that. But he shoots about at least 300. I mean, that's pretty cool. But not only would he miss like fewer shots back in the day, he would also like back up to nearly half court. I believe the reason he doesn't do that, I think like maybe legs. What's up, Noah Masseth? Maybe the legs are giving out, right? Because he wants to make sure that he makes them. But I think he is so much against kids shooting deep threes that he stopped doing it. And like I told you guys before, Reggie Miller and Steve Kerr, he missed 7? No. I thought it was more than that. Maybe. But Reggie Miller and Steve Kerr said like that they practice 2-pointers to get great at 3-pointers. And I do believe that that's true. Even though like the long shots look amazing, you practice close shots to be able to shoot long shots. So I mean, I think he's doing that. Like, yo, the dude opened up his phone to me and he's just like, oh, look at this, John. Look at this. And he started showing me stuff from his photos. Okay, now I'm pretty like aware of like, you know, what's going on. Okay, first of all, he had like maybe 12 apps total. Okay, and they were like all stock apps. And I was like, oh, that's cute. He had his daughter as his background. I was like, oh, that's cute. And he goes through 2 of the Photos app. This dude had no photos. I'm saying 0 photos. He had 0 photos beside like these 16 photos. And the 16 pictures that he had were all of people with bad form. Whether it was like Lonzo Ball, this guy like that. And he was like, yeah, look at this. This dude's life is shooting and teaching shooting. That was crazy. Like he didn't have one meme, and he even apologized to me. He's like, "Oh, I heard that you wrote me a message, and I didn't get back to you or something like." I was like, "What?" He's talking like years ago, and he goes, "I want to tell you, my social media is taken care of by some other guy. I give him like a cut of the money and stuff." I was like, okay. I assumed it wasn't you. It's all good. Like that. I don't know what I wrote him. Or maybe I just like commented on the video. I have no idea. But like, yeah. It's really cool though that he like always remembers me, always remembers my brother and my parents too. I know he makes a lot of money off of us though. So he should remember us because he comes out for the jam stuff. But yes, that went well. And the part that I wanted to talk about, let me see. All the workouts were good. It was a lot of stuff that we already do, right? And maybe even I think with some of the stuff I might teach it better. Some of the stuff he teaches better, of course. All right, but like it's all about the inspiration. And if he inspired you to go out there and count your number of shots, 1, shoot shots every single day. 2, track your shots every single day, and then 3, shoot with with mindfulness on every shot. Like, how am I shooting this shot? What am I doing now? Like that, then that's why you go to the Dave Hopper shooting clinic. Not just to watch some guy make a whole bunch of shots. I mean, it's to see like, it's to get yourself to be at a higher level. All right. And man, it was hard for me. He did inspire me, but like, not as much as like, not as much as I wish I were inspired. I wish after the Dave Hopper shooting clinics, I just like went out there and was just like all hands on deck. Let's just shoot 1,000 shots a day. But literally, like any kind of stretch where I shot shots and counted them, the only stretch I ever had was for 3 months in college, and I filled out a whole like book that our coach made for us, and he told us to shoot every single day. So I listened to them. I didn't do it because of Hopla. And it took me 2 sessions. I filled it out, and I did it, and I brought it back, and no one else on the entire team did it. And the coaches just looked at me and were like, Oh, yeah, we knew that you would do it, John. And they threw it away. And I was like, what? But it made me a way better shooter, but still, it was crazy. I was like, I put in 3 months of that for you to throw the paper away, which is why I never throw those papers away when you guys give them to me. When you guys do the monthly homework. So let's see if you guys are doing that monthly homework, all right, so that we can all get better because of it, all right? And so, like, who's planning to do the shooting? That's the question. Who's planning to do the shooting? And if you're not, man, you're missing out, baby. You're missing out. All right, what else do we got to talk about? Memorial Day weekend, the games today. How were they? Let me think. The games. I couldn't watch all of the small kids games, but we did have Noah over there, and he was playing like a couple of grades down, but he wasn't allowed to shoot. Just to make a game happen. It was 4 against 5. The other team still complained, but we tell them it happens, and so at least they were complaining. I mean, they could have just been like, hey, who's that horrible player, and why did we just beat y'all by 70 points? He's kind of big. I mean, that's what they could have said. So at least they were complaining. At least you got to that point. But I don't know. It's a tough job. It's a tough job. And I asked you guys a very crucial question before the games, and it's a very, very weird answer, right? The question was, at least for the older kids, the question was, would you like to play on a team where you were better than every other person on your team at every single aspect of basketball? And everyone said no. Right? That means that you would play on a team where you were the best rebounder, the best passer, the best shooter, the best steal artist, the best defender, the best block shot guy, the best everything, the best 3-point shooter, right? If you were the best at everything. And they said no. I would not like to play on that team. And then I said, who would like to be so good that you were better than everybody at every single aspect of basketball? And then we saw like half the hands raised. And I was like, you're a moron. You just said that you didn't want to be that person. You can't have it both ways. That is the epitome of both ways. All right? If you're so good, your teammates won't be as good. So Noah's struggling and things like that. That's what happens. With the older kid games, those are always a little easier because you guys are more mature. But the same deals happen. All right, you end up being in positions where it's like a lot of pressure is placed on you. All right, you guys knowing some kind of offensive like flow and getting better spots on defense did help out a lot. We're still not in the middle on defense at all, and we're not rotating at all. People, I don't know if you're afraid of big black dudes dunking on you, but like, I don't know, that's weird. You know they have rules. They can't go through you. So rotate over, man, and like understand that it sucks when there's so much upside. And especially like when you know that you're better than everyone else and you can just go straight and they stand in front of you like, dude, get out of my way, man. Like, I'm trying to dunk it. And you just keep rotating over. You being like a cone is something if you can place yourself in the correct spot. So we got to get better at that stuff as well. I would say that there's a chance that Noah played better in the older kids' games than the younger kids' games, and that's a problem. All right, so we got to figure that part out. As for, let me see, who else was there? Alina could play a lot better. Hunter, a lot better. I can't get those guys to like play hard. It's hard. Like ever. They can't ever play hard. Wesley did a lot better. He wants a deeper role. That's cool. Austin played very, very well. All right, and it wasn't like anything like set on offense or defense. It's hustle. It was great. All right, and it's about a state of mind. Kieran needs to stop carrying the ball. Declan did an amazing move. We went all the way down the lane. I have video footage of it right here. No, I don't, but I wish I did. All right, Declan went like you became like a madman and did something amazing. Declan, don't be afraid to do stuff, dude. Tell Declan to not be afraid to do stuff. Go about it. Do it, especially in a game where freaking Noah gets more than 20 turnovers. Definitely go at it, man. It's all you. All right. And then Connor did very, very well, but I think he only did well because I was screaming. All right. I do like riling everyone up. I really do. And but he gave up the last 45 seconds of the game, and I don't like that ever. Like, you don't do that, right? You don't do that. So that was that. And then let me think. Gavin Witt did a lot of stuff too. So, it's a good tournament so far. We do have their last 2 games for each team tomorrow. All right, so show up to that. Make sure you guys show up on time and show out for that. So get ready to play. What else do we got? I don't have more than that. Did not reset. What else do I have? Let's see. Oh yeah, the Lakers. They have a new head coach. All right, now say what you want to say about my Los Angeles Lakers, guys. Say what you want to say. I don't care what you say, but I mean, let me see. Can your head coach do this? Is the only thing that I got to say. Can your head coach do this? Nah! Huh? Is that your head coach? Oh, is that your head coach or is that my head coach?
That's one way to bring the house down. Bring the rim down.
Is that... Can your head coach do that? That's all that I care about. All right? Your head coach cannot do that. Our head coach is Darvin Ham now. And I don't care if y'all get more wins than we do and things like that, okay? Or like have free agents that want to be there, okay? All right? We have stars on the sideline and we have Darvin Ham as our head coach. All right? Darvin Ham is our head coach. Bring the house down, Darvin. Throw it down, Jerome. That's another guy. All right, but yes. All right. Yes, that was Darvin Ham Sr. is the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. And actually, I do like this because he is a player. He's an ex-player, and I think the NBA, you don't really need coaches. You just need like a personality that everyone respects. And if you can't respect an ex-player, then you can't respect anyone at all. So I think that the Lakers did choose the right guy, and I'm excited to see him happen. All right, can I actually say what I want to say, or is that just an expression? You can always say what you want to say. Just don't cuss everyone out. All right, what up, Austin Mazda? What up, Finn Kaufman? All right, and Finn, the Golden State Warriors won. All right, you guys beat Luka. He's playing you 1-on-12, okay? All right? You got Luka. You happy? And you know what? If the Boston Celtics win, I'm pulling for Steph Curry. All right? I can't say the whole Golden State Warriors because that's not what I do. All right, but I would be pulling for Steph Curry. But Jimmy Butler. Jimmy. If Jimmy Butler and the Heat win, I'm pulling for them because that represents everything that we're about, dude. And if it's between that and chucking up threes all day, I got to fight for this guy. Not because the Warriors can't do it. The Warriors can do it. The Warriors are amazing. They're the best that have ever done it. But it's trickling down to the kids chucking up threes, and I don't like that. I want this to be trickling down to the kids. This dude he scored what? Like maybe a few points for 2 straight games, and then just goes, I got y'all. And you know when people say I got y'all, that they never get y'all? This dude said, I got y'all, and then had his like career high. And how he attacks people is nuts. Like, he just goes right at them like this. He's not an extraordinary athlete. He's just brave. He goes right at people, which reminded me of Connor Rush today. At the beginning of the game, he chucked up 5 brick threes, and I was like, go to the basket. They're going to give you every call because that's what refs do. And then this dude, I guess, finally decided to go to the basket, and Connor got 3 straight and ones. And I was like, Connor, you have to tell me something. He's like, you were right. Because, dude, like, that's how you work. All right, you got to mix it up. You got to do both things. You got to be strong and understand that basketball is not an all-strength thing. It's about, like, positioning thing, too. So if you're there in a position, you can go up against Shaq. It'll be a foul against him. All right, so realize that. But, yes, this dude, Jimmy Butler, is that dude, man. He's the dude of all dudes, and I got to pull for him. I'm still pulling for him. Hopefully he can keep carrying them on his back, and we'll see. And then if they do make the championship round, maybe they can take Adonis Haslam and just have him tackle Steph Curry and Klay Thompson in the first place so that he gets kicked out and they're like dead. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there as a strategy. If it happens, don't say anything. Don't tell anyone that I did something. All right. Moving on. We got our workouts for Sunday. Let's check those out real quick. All right, form shots with intervals. This is stuff that we're doing in the future with extended layups coming up here soon. Close out decision shots is a great drill. Between the legs, fake spin, J, L cut, drive, pro hop to pass. That's a very, very professional move right there. All right, so we're learning all that step work. All right, stuff that we did in the past is our form shots, over the backboard shots, the stuff that we did last week between the legs series, legend series, scissor shots, 3-point contest as well. All right, and then the stuff that we're doing for tomorrow is form bank swishes. So make sure that you're shooting the ball straight up. It should hit the backboard on the way down and then go through swish like. Then we have epic drill, which is bounce between the legs, shot like that, and then continuing. So heads up, we'll get like a little rotation on that. We might even do practice epic drill shots. Again, if you've never seen the epic drill shots, just make sure that you at least like look at it, practice it. All right, and you can even go to our website where we have video of it. If you just type in epic drill, click on it, it comes up like this, and then you have Derek Cortarba showing you the epic drill. Bounce, bounce, shot. Bounce it with that hand, bounce, bounce, shot. Bounce the ball before it lands. Before it lands, you bounce it like that. But the ball should be beneath his knees though. All right, so that's pretty decent. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. And then we also have 6 spot shots. That's just going underneath the basket, coming out for shots on the wing. Flare to the corner, flare to the opposite wing, come from the opposite side to the top of the key. Screen away, screen down, and then from one wing all the way underneath both blocks to the opposite corner for a shot. And then we have pump fake to jab to jumper. Then we're shooting a whole bunch of shots to 100 with sprints every 10. And then we have our 3-point contest. So make sure you guys show up for shooting tomorrow, and we can take care of that. We also have our open gym tonight, so I will be there to kick everyone's butt. And I'm excited for that. Anyone who shows up, I think we have about 8 signed up, so we'll get something going on for open gym tonight. And let's see where I am. I promised Rohit that I would check out the homework for him. He said, "Can you look at my diagonal pro hops?" Baylor's posting random stuff. Can you look at my diagonal pro hops? And I was like, okay. I said, I'll take care of it during the show. He never wrote me back, but I don't see them. I mean, it says something, and then there's 19 minutes of something. Label your videos, and then I will go through them, all right? I do go through them. I do look at them. And don't send phase swag drafts my team. Come on, Baylor. I mean, it could have been a lot worse, I suppose, but yeah. Yeah, guys. Hey, post the correct videos, por favor. All right, but yeah, I can't do your diagonal things. Maybe next thing, Rohit. All right, if you're watching, if you're not watching, then you can't take up the time for me. I can't take up the time for you, dude. All right. So yes. All right. There is that. There is that. There is that. And we are now moving on to our. Let's go with our story of the day.
The quickest route to improving is to truly enjoy searching for more and more of your faults to enthusiastically improve upon. Like a mechanic with a broken sports car that's meant to be awesome, relish in finally finding the few pieces of the engine that are causing the issues, rather than becoming sad every time you find something you're bad at.
You know, I've never thought about that before, but Mr. Clutch versus Mr. Strong. I never thought about that angle of that story before. All right, listen to this. So, imagine if you dropped off a car at a mechanic and you knew that it wasn't perfect, right? Like something's up with the car, and the mechanic came back to you and was like super sad. What would you think it was about? Either your car has no chance or he couldn't find the problem, right? Yo, that's your deal. It's your job to be the mechanic of yourself. You have to find the issues that are wrong and to work on them. And it's a coach's job to help you out with that task. So when a coach points out the things that are wrong with you, it's really, really strange to get sad. It's like you bringing me your car, and you know your car don't work. You know whenever you go up the hill, it goes pop, 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 pop. You know whenever you turn left, it goes. You know it like goes out every like 2 hours, and you got to walk and hitchhike home. You know that. And then I get the car in there, or maybe I don't. Maybe someone else does. And they get the car, and they're like, the car is perfect. Go ahead and do it. Here's your car back. It's perfect. And you're like, okay. And you can go like 5 feet, but then it still goes, bah, 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 bah. Then you come to my program, and I'm like, yo, this car ain't perfect. And you're like, that's what I've been saying, man. That's what I'm talking about. So what's up? And I'm like, this car needs this car needs this. And you're like, dude, that hurts. Calm down. Don't tell me negative. Can you just say the positives? And I'm like, okay, your car has 4 wheels. I don't know. Is that a positive enough? Yeah, a little better. I just don't want you to tell me negative things about my car. And it's like, but you want your car to like work, right? And you're like, yeah, but I don't want to have to hear the negative. And it's like, oh, geez, Louise, y'all make it so hard to coach you. It's my job to tell you what you're missing out on, man. It's my job to be like, you need new brakes. I'm sorry. And if you don't use those brakes in the future, you will go through a red light and die. And you can't be like, you can't predict the future. I'm like, I can't, but I can tell you if you don't have brakes, it's not good. For a fact, my earpiece fell out. I can't do the show without my earpiece. Sorry. But yes, back into character. Yes, you can't. All right? You need some brakes on your car to do your thing. All right? So, yes, I mean, like, literally, I can help you out a lot if you guys can take the criticism. And if you guys do something about the criticism. But you guys have to be critiquing yourself as well. So try to be like a great mechanic and find the things wrong with your game and then fix them. Don't just look at those things and be like, fine, I found it. It's my jump roping. Good. And I'm going to do nothing about it. Yep. Nope. I will not practice today. But I found it. Don't be like that either. All right? It's your job to find the mistake, to find the part of the car that needs fixing, and then you improve upon it. And then if you want to be great at doing that, you should love that process and then obsess about it every step of the way. All right, and be like, I got to find more stuff. And then when you are perfect and you're like the best player in the whole world, you still find more stuff and you still improve upon it. All right, and that's how you get better and better and better. All right, let me see. Wait, I thought I put this in chat, but Warriors want to play the Heat. I would say so. I think that the Warriors have a better chance against the Heat than they do against the Boston Celtics. But I don't want the Boston Celtics anywhere near winning a championship because that's bad for my Lakers. So that's why I said that. And between the Heat and the Warriors, I don't really care who wins. But I need someone to beat the Celtics. So somebody beat the Celtics. They are worse and don't have Hero. Yeah, they are. And 7 games is tough. Let's see. Kaminga. I don't know if did that just beep when I said his name? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that name. But yes. All right. Let's shoot on to the trivia question of the day. We got the trivia question. It's an interesting one. Like I said. Okay. So good luck with this trivia question. First of all, the trivia question is going to be about. It's going to be about the bad boys. Bad boys. What you gonna do? All right, the bad boys are the Detroit Pistons of the 1980s. And they came from Isaiah Thomas, who was like a guy who seriously just like had like a little man syndrome, they said. But he took it to the whole new level. And Isaiah wasn't even the one hurting people. It was the big guys on his team that were just doing whatever he said. And like they were tough as nails, man. And they got the name from like, I don't know, someone was like putting together all the videos, like the highlight videos of every team, and someone just like labeled theirs bad boys. And then it just stuck from there. They never called themselves bad boys, but they started doing it. Then they started buying all the apparel, and they liked it too. So they're like, screw it, we're the bad boys. And they went out there and just like hung with it. And they said like, when you're from Detroit, like, you just can't do it. And then Isaiah Thomas and Bill Lambert, they're from freaking Chicago, so that's how they roll too. This thing got so big that even Nelson Mandela was wearing their stuff. Nelson Mandela, he was a Bad Boys fan. I mean, he was a bad boy in his own right too, right? So, with all that said, the trivia question for the day is this. All right, you ready for this? I'll say it very, very fast because it should be obvious, but good luck. All right. There was a team to send the Bad Boys a whole bunch of apparel. This team was like, I like them. And their owner sent them a whole bunch of stuff. And the Bad Boys were like, yeah. And they started wearing it. Which other professional team loved the Bad Boys so much that they sent them a whole bunch of their apparel to wear, and the Bad Boys all wore them? That is the question. Which professional team that is not the Detroit Pistons? Which professional sports team? Like, I won't say which sport. I sent the Detroit Pistons a whole bunch of their gear to wear because they identified with them so much. They were like, what you're about is what we're about. Oh, that's the answers. Yep, that is the answers. You can't support. He said he can't support Mandela anymore. Yes, the answer is the Harlem Globetrotters. Good job. No, that's not the answer. The answer is Declan got the answer. Declan and Kieran and Lev got the answer first. It is the Raiders. The Raiders. The Raiders, Al Davis, who has never met a bad boy he didn't like, was like, that's what I'm talking about. And sent them a whole bunch of stuff, and they were like, yes. Wouldn't that not be dope to just be associated with, like anyone trying to be a bad dude was like, we're like the Raiders. Yes. Like, you have to be like the Raiders. I love the Raiders. Well, I'm from LA, but like, until they didn't pick up Michael Vick after his conviction. I wanted them to do that. They did get Romanowski, I believe. Like, everyone who's ever been like shunned in the NFL has gone to the Oakland Raiders, and I love that. But like, they didn't get Ndeki Hamsu, whatever his name is. Whoa, no, not now. I'm getting an Amber Alert during the show. What's going on? Stop it, Amber. I'll look for that person later, okay? Man, I'm so sorry. I hope it's not you guys out there, but yes. All right, we have to continue. All right, but yes, that is the answer. All right, the Red Wings. It could have been the Red Wings. Anyways, don't forget, hey guys, sorry, we have to end the show first because there's an Amber Alert. I got to go out and search. The quote of the day is to visualize. Visualize. What's one of my favorite quotes, actually. Visualize the games, visualize the practice, visualize every step along the way so that you can like react to things a lot faster, so you can become amazing as well. All right. Great job today with all the games and with all the stuff. I'll see you guys tonight for the open gym, and hopefully tomorrow for the games and tomorrow for the shooting. All right. But yes, visualize. You want to be able to visualize like your entire like career, but also just the next game and every single step along the game. And visualize yourself well and go out there and actually do those things and hit those people and do the things to make yourself great. All right. And one more thing that I was gonna mention: the speed of the game. Like for Alina and all those people, for everyone playing those older kids games, it will slow down once you stop playing those games. We're not playing them for you to do well now. We're playing it like this so that when it becomes normal, you'll start dominating. The speed of the game will slow down, and then you'll become amazing. I'm not looking for you to become amazing now. All right, so don't forget that and visualize. All right, that's all my time. I'll see y'all later. Congrats with it. Why do people have to be abducted during the show? I know, they have no consciousness. Have some respect, Amber. All right, anyways, look at your phones, find that person. Let's all go outside and find them real quick. I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget the quote of the day is visualize. That's all my time I got. And I went a minute over. My bad. Amber Alert.